Hello viewers, this is Just Fake Network TV, a place where you can get the latest information about Nigeria news. And now the news in details. Donald Trump refuses to resign and calls impeachment a witch hunt. President Donald Trump on Tuesday called the House push to impeach him again absolutely ridiculous and said it is causing tremendous anger, casting himself as the victim as he refused to take responsibility for the mob that descended on Capitol Hill last week. In his first public remarks since last week's mega riot, Trump denounced the Democrats' effort, which has been joined by some Republicans as to remove him from office. He called it a continuation of the greatest witch hunt in the history of politics. I think it's causing tremendous anger, he said. He was boarding Marine One to head for Alamo, Texas on the Mexican border to inspect his war and attempt to paint himself as doing business as usual and highlighting his legacy before he leaves office. But later on Tuesday, the House will vote on legislation calling on Vice President Mike Pence to start the process to remove Trump via the 25th Amendment. Pence is not expected to do so. The House is expected to vote Wednesday on beginning another round of impeachment charges against Trump, and this time for inciting the violence on Capitol Hill that left 5 dead and a wave of destruction in the building. Democrats have called on Trump to resign, as have some Republicans, including Senator Pat Toomey and Congressman Adam Kinzinger. President Donald Trump did not respond when asked if he would resign and said, "I want no violence." Trump broke his public silence after revealing his false belief that Antifa people were behind Wednesday riots in a private call to the most senior Republican in the House, who claimed that the president does accept some blame for the unrest that killed 5 people. Kevin McCarthy, the freshly loyal House Minority Leader, told House Republicans on Monday that Trump bears some blame for last week's deadly Capitol riot and has accepted some responsibility, Politico reported, citing 4 Republican sources on a private call. Trump has not publicly acknowledged any responsibility for the attack, which unfolded after he staged a rally on Wednesday and called on his supporters to fight the election result and persuade Republicans not to certify Joe Biden's victory. However, Trump on Monday declared a state of emergency in D.C. amid ratcheting tensions over violent plot which could rock Capitol Hills ahead of Biden's inauguration. The declaration allows the Department of Homeland Security and Federal Emergency Management Agency to coordinate with local authorities as Democrats had been demanding. And last week, chaos resulted in the death of 4 rioters and 1 Capitol Police officer, dozens of injuries, and extensive damage throughout the ransacked building. McCarthy strongly pushed back against Trump's claim that the rioters were left-wing agitators intent on discrediting Trump and his followers. A claim made by staunchly pro-Trump Congressman Matt Gaetz and repeated by Fox News anchors and pundits. "It's not Antifa, it's MAGA," McCarthy replied, according to Axios. "I know I was there," McCarthy said, according to a White House officials and another source familiar with the call. McCarthy later reiterated his position during a 2-hour meeting and Republicans in the House, telling them there is undisputedly no evidence that people linked to Antifa participated in the insurrection. The theory that anti-Trump agitators stirred up the unrest has been decisively debunked. Those arrested so far for their part in the riots have in many cases a long and public history of supporting the president. None of those detained has been a supporter of Antifa. Trump, during the tense 30-minute conversations with McCarthy on Monday morning, also continued to insist that the election had been stolen from him. McCarthy, exasperated, told him, "Stop it, it's over, the election is over." McCarthy told Trump that he believes the president should call Biden and continue the tradition of meeting with him for a handover prior to the inauguration. He also said Trump should follow tradition and leave a welcome letter in the Resolute desk for his successor. Trump said he had not yet decided whether to do so. Democrats are now poised to impeach Trump this week for inciting an insurrection. Some Republicans are expected to join Democrats in the vote to impeach Trump, but the U.S. Senate is unlikely to convene in time to consider the article before Trump leaves office at noon on January 20th. In a memo to Republicans ahead of the call Monday, McCarthy told fellow lawmakers he does not back impeachment and suggested other measures, including censures of the president. Republicans have been left deeply shaken and divided by Wednesday events. Some, such as Senators Lisa and Pat Toomey, have said they want the president to resign. Others are furious that it took Trump nearly 24 hours to release a video condemning the violence and lawlessness that overtook Capitol Hill and saw the Senate chamber broken into by the mob. They were further incensed by a report in the Washington Post, published on Monday, which claimed that Trump was slow to respond to their appeal for help because he was too gripped by live television coverage of the carnage. The paper reported that McCarthy contacted Jared Kushner, Trump's son-in-law and senior advisor, while Senator Lindsey Graham phoned Ivanka Trump, the president's daughter, to beg for help. Kellyanne Conway, a longtime Trump confidant and former White House senior advisor, called on an aide who she knew was standing at the president's side. Chris Christie, a closely ally of the president and a former governor of New Jersey, said he spent the last 25 minutes trying to reach Trump directly. The president caused this protest to occur. He is the only one who can make it stop, Christie said. The president has to come out and tell his supporters to leave the Capitol grounds and to allow the Congress to do their business peacefully, and anything short of that is an abdication of the responsibility. The president still failed to react. He was hard to reach, and you know why? Because it was live TV, said one close Trump advisor. If it is TiVo, he just hit pause and take the calls. If it is live TV, he watches it and he was just watching it all unfold. Trump watched with interest, pleased to see that his supporters were fighting so hard on his behalf, one close advisor told the paper. Graham, one of Trump's strongest supporters, admitted that the president was slow to realize the magnitude of the problem. It took him a while to appreciate the gravity of the situation, Graham told the paper. The president saw these people as allies in his journey and sympathetic to the ideas that the election was stolen. Wow. So guys, do you still believe that the election was stolen? Because to me, I feel that Donald Trump should just take it like that. Donald Trump should just accept the fact that he will soon be the one of the former president in the United States of America. That is just what I can say about it. And you know, when he became the president of this country, you know, Obama respected him and honored him as the president of America. And the same thing is supposed to be done to Joe Biden from Donald Trump. I see no reason why Donald Trump is just so adamant to do so. So guys, kindly drop your comments. Have the comment section below. For those who subscribe, we want to say a very big thank you to you for subscribing. We say God bless you. Bye.